In 2024, every sale is competing for an extremely limited number of pool of expense dollars within your prospect. As such, a strong ROI must be at the core of your sales process. If you allow yourself to go through an entire sales process only to have the prospect ask at the end, I don't know how we'll justify this. You really have failed as a salesperson. Let me take you through 5 simple steps to make an ROI an integral part of your sales process. Point number 1, make the evaluation about ROI and not so much a technical evaluation. Remember, your real value to the prospect as a salesperson is not your knowledge of your product or solution. Look, that's secondary. Your real value is your knowledge of today's sales process and what that prospect will need to be able to do in order to acquire your solution or any other. 2, identify a 10x return business problem. By understanding your value proposition to the prospect is all about understanding what's needed for them to acquire something. That enables you at the qualification stage to share with the prospect the realities of today, and that exploring of your solution must be centered around solving a business problem for the prospect that will provide their company with at least a 10x payback. Work with a person who has a personal stake in solving this business problem. Look, innocent bystanders never fight for your solution. You must identify and work with decision makers who have a personal stake in solving this problem. Only then will you have a champion who will fight for the internal spend required to acquire your solution. Point number 4, presentations and demos are used to identify specific business outcomes. That means that once qualified, your entire sales conversation centers around defining with the prospect what the business outcome would be that would drive this 10x return. Any demo or technical deep dive is solely to help both you and the prospect crystallize how that outcome can be realized. And point number 5, if your sales process requires today maybe a proof of concept or POC, that should now be a POV or a proof of value. Because if you follow these 5 steps, you're now in a position where you could ask the prospect, if during our proof of value we're able to demonstrate to you these outcomes, will you go ahead and acquire our product? Well, if the answer is no, why would you bother to go ahead with the POV? But if the answer is yes, then in essence, you've helped document not only where the ROI would come with, but really have instilled in that prospect the likelihood of this being a reality once they acquire your solution. Hope you found this helpful. Feel free to reach out if you wish to learn more about ROI in your sales